it's Adrian. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to bring you my August TBR. Let's start off by saying this is a very ambitious TBR because a lot of these books are really big and I'm having sort of a problem. A lot of the books that I need to read this month are fantasy books and I'm in the middle of the Kiss Quotient. I'm almost done with it. So I'm really in the mood for contemporary books, but I don't own hardly any contemporary books, which is sort of sad. I mean, not because I don't like contemporary, but sad because now I want to read them and I don't have them. But anyway, let's jump right into my TBR. I'm going to start off with the books that I have to read first, and then we'll talk about the books that I could potentially read because I don't really know. First up is a book that I have been sent to for a review, and that's Wildcat by J.P. Harker. This is book 1 of the Catalan series. I don't know how to say that. Catalan, I think it's Catalan. But anyway, the thing that intrigued me about this book is that it's inspired by Iron Age Wales and Imperial Rome. It is a fantasy book. I'm not entirely sure what it's about. I do know that it is a lot bigger than I expected. Keep your eyes out for my review because this will be the first book that I read in the month of August. And the last book is another book that I have to read before I have to take it back to the library, and that's When I Hit You by Mina Kandasamy. This is about a woman who is abused and how she goes through her abusive relationship. I've heard great things about this one. It was up for a couple of awards and I don't know much more about it, but I am intrigued. I do know that there are trigger warnings for this one for violence and for rape, so if you are sensitive to that, please do not try to pick up this book. Moving on to the other books that I would like to read. Anything that's left over from my BookTube-A-Thon TBR that I didn't get to, I'd like to finish up in August. I also would like to potentially finish out the Shiver series, so I'm going to read at least Forever by Maggie Stiefvater if I can get it on audio. I saw that it wasn't available on audio. I didn't like the book enough to only read it. I liked it enough for listening to parts and reading parts. It was good enough, but yeah, I don't know if I could, I don't know, we'll see. And then there's the closest thing to a fluffy contemporary that I could find, and that's The Heir by Kira Cass. I have heard that this is not a good book, especially in comparison to the first trilogy. I've heard that this character is very arrogant and conceited, and in the first couple of chapters that I had read at one point, I did find that as well. But it's fluffy. I just need a fluffy read, especially with all this fantasy, because I've got a lot of fantasy this month and I'm not in the mood for fantasy, which could be potentially dangerous. And lastly, on audio, I'd like to finish out the Themis file, so I'll be listening to Only Human by Sylvain Neuvel. Like I said, this is the last book in the Themis files. I have read the first 2 already. I read one in June and one in July. I'll leave a link to the wrap-up so you can hear more about my opinions about those. But I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the conclusion. That wraps it up for my August TBR so far, guys. I will say I'm a little stressed out because what I want to read right now is contemporary. I'm hoping to be able to squeeze in one more contemporary before July ends, so it kind of gets me off my contemporary kick. But I have a lot of fantasy that I have to read, so hopefully these books will be really good and then I won't care. But if they're really bad, I'm going to be in trouble. It's going to send me into a huge reading slump. So fingers crossed that that doesn't happen. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down below what are some contemporary audiobooks that you've listened to lately that you like, because I could go for a couple of contemporary audiobooks. I just can never find one that I think is going to be good enough. As usual, if you haven't yet, I would love it if you subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.